I wanted to just add, this is from the the NIH, the National Institutes for Health. This is just talking about what I was talking about earlier, but I wanted to kind of show you this. So when we look at the AST comparing to the ALT, these, bilirubin's going to represent if there's a possibility of any jaundice. And then we're going to just look at the AST, ALT, and some bilirubin. So alcoholic hepatitis, you're going to see a double arrow in front of the AST to ALT ratio, which means the AST is going to be almost double of the ALT. And this is where I keep going into the mnemonic. When we look at ALTs are greater than AST, we usually typically think that it's probably going to be a liver intrinsic liver issue, where the AST may indicate something else like alcohol or something else. So alcoholic hepatitis, you'll see the AST is going to be much higher. This is called non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. You're going to see here, it's going to be ALT is going to be either the same, or if it progresses to cirrhosis, it's going to be the ALT greater than the AST. I I wouldn't ever like test you on this stuff, but I just want you to be aware, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, and if we see alcoholic fatty liver disease, they look identical except on the labs, and the cause is different. Non-alcoholic fatty liver disease can be genetic, or inherited, can actually show up later in life. They probably don't even drink in a lot of these. So, there's a difference between alcoholic fatty liver disease and non-alcoholic. In viral hepatitis, though, you're going to see AST is going to be, this is, because we do have chronic hepatitis with B and C. With hepatitis A, that's just like foodborne, like we have contamination of the water, or they don't sterilize their dishes, and then you eat off of them. You feel miserable, but there's no chronic state with it. So Hep A, you can actually get a vaccine for, just like we can for Hep B. Hep C, there's no vaccine yet, but they're doing the tests to see if you have it, and then they have to treat it. Hemochromatosis, Wilson's disease is when we retain a lot of copper. Celiac disease is when we can't tolerate celiac. You'll see in here, you'll see an elevation in the ALT. Um, Autoimmune hepatitis, again, we'll see similar findings, the AST to ALT ratios. But I just wanted to show you in here that there are, like in non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, you'll see steatosis, you'll see fat changes, hepatocyte inflammation, and it can be um, reversible if it's caught early. Okay. Um, okay. A healthy liver can go back and forth. Once we hit non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, we're fine. But if you end up hitting non-alcoholic steatotic hepatitis, then you end up with related cirrhosis. So we really want to try to catch these very early. Okay, so I'm just showing you, this is just an article that I found on, I wanted to just give you some clues. So if we see an alcoholic hepatitis, you're going to see AST and ALT are typically going to be elevated, but your AST is going to be usually twice as high as the ALT. Um, the things that'll give you clues is that they have portal hypertension. Remember, if there's a backup in the liver and you have portal hypertension because there's cirrhosis or disease process in the liver or hepatitis, then that venous drainage is similar to when we have heart failure, right? It backs up. It will back up, and you'll see all that fluid shift into the abdomen. Spider angiomas were the bruising that you saw in that picture. And we just want to make sure we don't see them having those neurological flapping tremors, because that means the ammonia is building up. We also know that with hepatitis or cirrhosis, they're going to have issues with vitamin K. And remember, vitamin K clots the blood. So your coagulation panels are going to be very important. Your PTINR are probably going to be through the roof because they're at risk for bleeding. Okay. Um, I just wanted you to be aware of this. Also, there's a lot of, we took Tylenol off the shelves that were higher dose a long time ago. People freaked. But with acetaminophen toxicity, this is typically if we go over 3,000, 2,800 milligrams of Tylenol, um, I'd say about 3,000, you can see this massive elevation of ALT. Okay, so we do see this, and it's going to be huge with that. And bilirubin usually will remain normal, but if they did an intentional or accidental overdose, you'll see right quadrant pain, and then you'll see this huge elevation of ALT. But what we give is acetylcysteine. Acetylcysteine will try to reabsorb that, and sometimes that will help. The antidote for That's the antidote for aspirin. I'm sorry, acetaminophen toxicity. Okay, I know these say 10 to 40, but then again, reference ranges, but and I did give you those ranges, so make sure you follow the ranges that were on those PowerPoints. Okay, okay. That's all I wanted to supplement with. And that's it.